So we've got my, my chart here, I'm using it, and we're gonna use that to classify all the sets to which this number belongs. So for number one, negative 47. Negative 47 we know is an integer, and since it's an integer, it's a member of the rational numbers. So negative 47 is a rational number, and it's an integer. It's not a whole number, and it's not a natural number. So number two, 2 3/8. 2 3/8 we know is a fraction, and all fractions are rational numbers. 2 3/8 is not an integer, it's not a whole number, it's not a natural number. Oh, and they're all part of the real number set, so we don't have to write that. But we'll write that this one right here, that's just a rational number. It's not a whole number, it's not an integer, it's not a natural number. And it's also not irrational, because our irrational numbers are our square roots of non-perfect numbers. And like pi, okay? So number 3 is the absolute value of negative 9, which is 9. Well, 9 is a whole bunch of stuff. 9 is rational, 9 is an integer, 9 is a whole number, and 9 is a natural number. If you take a look at number 4, the square root of 23, that's the square root of a non-perfect number. So it's irrational, it's not in any of the rational groups. So this is an irrational number. 1.5625, which is number 5. This is a terminating decimal. It can be written as a fraction because it doesn't go on forever without a pattern. So decimals that stop and decimals that go on with a pattern are rational. Decimals that go on forever with no pattern, those are your irrational. So this stops. So this can be written as a fraction. I'm not going to write it as a fraction, but because it can be written as a fraction, this is a rational number. And it's not an integer, it's not a whole number, it's not a natural number. 0. 0 can be written as a fraction, 0 over 1. It is an integer, and it is a whole number. So it's a rational number, it's an integer, and it's a whole number. It's not a natural number because natural numbers start at 1. So the next one is the negative square root of 64, which is actually negative 4. Negative 4 is a rational number, and it's an integer, but it's not a whole number because it's negative. If we look at number 8, this decimal is repeating. Repeating decimals and terminating decimals are rational numbers because they can be written as fractions. You may not know how to write them as fractions, or you may not remember how, but they can be. The only decimals that can be written as fractions are decimals that have no pattern and go on forever. And go on forever. So like 0.53175425631, like it just doesn't ever stop, and you keep dividing and dividing and dividing, and they never stop, and they have no pattern like this one right here, which is 0.123, that has a pattern, so we can express it as a fraction. Okay, so this is just a rational number. It's not an integer or a whole number or a natural number. Even though it's negative, it doesn't matter. It's not a negative. Integers are negative whole numbers, okay? So whole numbers with their opposites, and that's a decimal. So it's just rational. Negative 24 over 6, that's negative 4. That's rational, and that's an integer, it's just like number 7. And number 10 is just like number 3 because cube root of 8 is 2, and 2 is rational, it's an integer, it's a whole number, and it's natural. So I'd like you to try this example, and you're going to answer some questions along the way. What you have to do is you have to place the letter of the values to the left in the smallest set that contains the value. So I'll do a couple with you. A is negative square root of 50. Well, the square root of 50 is the square root of a non-perfect number, so A is an irrational. B is 3.895. That's a terminating decimal. It can be written as a fraction, so B is rational. C is 8. 8 is rational, it is an integer, it is a whole number, and it's also a natural number. This is the smallest set that it belongs to, so I'm going to put C here. And I'll do D. D is negative 11. It is rational, it's also an integer, but it's not a whole number, so So D belongs here. So try some of these along the way, and then we'll check answers. All right, so now that you have tried your best, let's compare. We left off on E. So E is a rational number because it's a fraction. F is pi. Pi is irrational. G is 1.7 repeating. Repeating decimals are rational. H is the square root of 196, which is the number 13, and that is natural because it's all of these, so it's also natural. I is the square root of 0, which is 0. That is a whole number. It's rational, integer, and whole. J is negative absolute value of negative 34, which means it's negative 34. That makes it an integer. K is 1/3. 3 to the negative 1 is the same as 1/3. That's a fraction, so K is rational. L is 27/9, which is 3. That's natural. M is 7 times 10 to the negative 2, which is the same as the number 0.07. That is a rational because it's a decimal that terminates. And last, N is negative square root of 4, which is negative 2, and N is an integer. Thank you for watching, and I hope you took really good notes. And yeah, we'll practice this in class. Thank you.